time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan, you know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. Now, you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got y'all here chasing that bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation, man. We on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and on our way to 60K, all right? Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, which is Grown Man Business TV. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down. Now, do me a favor, my G's. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. You feel what I'm saying? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my DMs are full. My DMs are overloaded. You feel what I'm saying? Big G and BTV. I mean, what's your thought process on everything that's going on out there in Minnesota? You know, Big G and BTV. What's your thought process? What's your thoughts on everything that's taking place with the Somalians? We want you to double back on that. We want you to elaborate on that. I mean, it's still turned up out there in Minnesota, and we want you to double back and give some more game on that. And I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. The downloads have absolutely downloaded, because what you got to understand is it's a reason, man. It's a reason why you got a lot of chaos and a lot of confusion going on in the algorithm. You got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors, right? You know, we got a lot going on. We got some people talking about Diddy and 50. You got some people talking about Mano and DJ Academics. And, you know, we going to give our 2 cents on that. But with a lot of this distractions, with a lot of this smoke and mirrors, you know, you ain't paying attention to the billions and billions of dollars that's being funneled through Minnesota. So I said it's only right that we double back and give some more game on what's going on with these Somalians. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about that. Yeah, you gotta know something, man. When it come to DJ Academics and it come to Mano, you got two freaky men arguing amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You got one guy that he like to dress up like a slave. You know what I'm saying? He like to dress up like Kunta Kinte, and he like to let the dog fur dominate him behind closed doors. That's Mano. And then you got the other guy. You know what I'm saying? He's shaped like a bag of laundry. And, you know, we all saw and heard him have that conversation with that youngster, you know what I'm saying, 5 years old, you know what I mean, sexual conversation about what he wanted to do and what he was willing to get into. We all know DJ Academics is a freaky 69 god. So Mano and DJ Academics going back and forth, man, is a big distraction. Two puppets for the higher ups and the elites. Two freaky ass men. Listen, man, I ain't never, you know, dressing up like Kunta Kinte is nasty work. 12 years a slave is nasty work, Mano. And DJ Academics, again, you should have just got out the way. And then when you go to 50 and Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, it's nasty work. And we spoke about both of these situations. So it's only right that we make sure we delivering pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. And what's going on with these Somalians is way more important than Daphne Joy having a all-star freak-off weekend with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 50 Cent, your baby mama was having an all-star freak-off weekend in multiple different weekends. Yeah, multiple different players it is what it is. Man, we might double back on that in due time too. Salute the Harlem legend. It ain't got nothing to do with the baby. Yo, my baby was in the, listen, you know, it's always that baby daddy that want to act like he care about his kid because his baby mama getting the back blown out. You know what I'm saying? It's always that one big, we all know that baby daddy. He act like he care about his babies so much, but really He want to try to break up the freak off all-star weekend. That's 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So big salute to everybody in the DM that's asking me about these situations. What I'm here to tell you is distractions. The situation with these Somalians is nasty work. You know what I mean? And I want to get deeper into that. And I want to elaborate on that. But again, 50 Cent is that baby daddy who know his baby mama is having freak off weekends, all-star freak off weekends, and he act like, yeah, if it ain't Harlem, it ain't got nothing to do with his son. You know what I mean? Diddy is not an enemy. You know what I mean? Yeah, yo, that's his enemy. That Diddy ain't his enemy. A nigga knocking off your baby mama, he's more like a foe. He's not your enemy. Supreme McGriff is 50 Cent's enemy. Jimmy Hitchman, that's somebody 50 Cent should call an enemy. Diddy is just a foe. He's a guy who knocking your baby mama off and, got male prostitutes running through her back. And, you gotta keep it P. And dropping a docu-series like that ain't keeping it P, homie. That's an emotional move right there. All right. So big salute to the chat, man. We're not gonna stay on those things, but I'm giving you these contexts on these situations and these narratives that's moving through the algorithm because I want you to understand that they want you looking at Diddy and 50. They want you paying attention to Mano, who likes to dress up like Kunta Kinte. He want to be a slave. And you got academics that was having those conversations with that youngster that was 15 years old. But this Somalian crisis going on in Minnesota is nasty work. Listen, man, it's money on the floor. And anytime it's money on the floor, they want you to look the opposite way. They don't want you looking at the floor where all the money, billions and billions of dollars is on the floor. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right. So you already know, before we go any further with this, before we get any deeper into this situation, right, I got to do some customizations to the chat. Yeah, the higher ups and the elites are they're always shadow banning the channel. They're always playing chess at the highest level. They're always trying to muffle the message. The higher ups and the elites understand that Grown Man Business TV is a threat to the establishment. Absolutely a threat to the establishment. And one thing for sure, two things for certain: the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. That's what the higher ups and the elites know. If you don't know it, they know it. All right, so I got to do some customizations to the chat. We're going to talk about what's going on with these Somalians. These Somalians look familiar. I didn't know exactly where I knew these Somalians from, but I know now. I know now. Everybody want to be black until it's time to be black. Everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga. Now I ain't black, you ain't black, don't call me black. See, we're gonna talk about the title black. We're gonna talk about this. Yeah, it's money on the floor. They got you talking about Mano and DJ Academics. Two freaky ass niggas, they some 69 gods. They got y'all in the algorithm talking about two freaky black men. Well, a Jamaican and whoever. They're two men. Yeah, then they got you talking about 50 Cent and Daphne Joy and P. Diddy. But ain't nobody talking about $8 billion on the floor. $8 billion? Come on, homie. Whoa, hold up. Hold up. So we're going to do some customizations to the chat. Absolutely nasty work, my G's. Big salute. Hit the like button. We not staying long. I got to make my way to the truck, but before I get to the truck, I figured I'd drop this content. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah, man. Hey, 50, man. Diddy ain't your enemy. Jimmy Hitchman is your enemy. You feel me? Supreme McGriff, somebody that got you hit up 9 times. That's your enemy. You wanted to be a family, and Daphne Joy wanted to be a porn star. You wanted to raise your son as a family, a nuclear family, and your baby mama, she had different plans, homie. Diddy was only trying to help your baby mama fulfill her dreams. That's not your enemy. You ain't have to do a whole docu-series on Diddy. Oh, he was just trying to crush his enemy. The 48 laws of power says crush your enemy. I agree with that, but Diddy ain't your enemy, man. Yeah, friend's a foe. He might be a foe, but he ain't your enemy. Your baby mama was asking for it. Your baby mama was yearning for it. Your baby mama wanted to have all-star freak-off weekends. She didn't want to be a nuclear family. She wanted 3 all-star freak-off weekends back to back. And Diddy provided that. Your son wasn't involved. Your son was at your grandmama house. Yeah. Yeah, told, you know what I'm saying? My kids was involved. Nah, nigga, your kids was at his grandmama house. Your son don't know what's going. Your son was going to school, eating Fruit Loops in the morning, while your mama, his mama was having all-star freak-off weekends. So don't run that whole, my son was in. Don't miss me with that. Hey, Harlem legend, salute to Harlem. You know I rock with you. But man, let's not bring the kids into this. Yeah, Diddy was paying $10,000 a month. He told the bitch to get on a job. She got work to do. What your mama do when she gotta go to work? She drop you off at the babysitter. She drop you off at your auntie house. She drop you off at your grandmama house. Yeah. Diddy said, bitch, you gotta get on your job. You got a job to do. So let's not make no excuses for 50 Cent. Yeah, I told y'all already. These YouTubers they've been compromised. These YouTubers been compromised. So now they making excuses, and I rock with Harlem Legend. I might do a whole video on that. I rock with Harlem. But I ain't like how Harlem tried to bring little 50 Cent into the, he tried to bring the baby all into the situation and all of that. Yo, that's his son, and his son, his son was doing, nah, Diddy ain't do that. Diddy made sure your little son was at his grandmama house when he took his mama out there to do the freak off weekends and all of that. So let's stop making excuses, man. But these dudes been compromised. They don't want to piss 50 Cent off. They don't want to rub him the wrong way. Okay, so I saw a video and I thought it was disgusting when the homie Harlem was trying to make it like Diddy is an enemy because he was blowing out your baby mama. Hey man, we all got kids. We all got a baby mama. Somebody fucking your baby mama. That don't make the man your enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? That don't make him your enemy, man. If you got a baby mama, then you understand somebody blowing her back out. Somebody dropping Johnson in her. That don't make him your enemy, man. Nigga try to kill you like Jimmy Hitchman, that's your enemy. You gotta go and get bulletproof trucks and all that. That's your enemy. Yeah, somebody send somebody to put 9 bullets in you like Supreme did. That's your enemy. Diddy ain't doing nothing but helping your baby mama relax for the weekend. All-star freak-off weekend. That's what she called it. All right, I'm gonna move on. Let's get serious. We gonna get serious. I'm just saying we gonna get serious, but I just wanted to make sure I put that out there. I saw the video, Harlem. Respect the Harlem Legend. I see you back on the salute to the homie Harlem Legend. But I saw the video and I saw how you was trying to insinuate that, 50 is doing this because his son is involved and he don't care about the broad. And nah, you got it all wrong, Harlem. You got it all wrong. 50 Cent definitely cares about his baby mama. And when he found out his baby mama was having all-star freak-off weekends, that's when he became a bitter baby daddy. That's when he started breaking up and he got domestic violence charges. And, she said that he raped. Yeah. There's police reports and all of that. 50 was going through her phone and he saw Diddy telling her she need to get to work. And 50 Cent started goddamn, yes, yeah, 50. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We all know, man. You got that one baby daddy, man. He act like he care about the kids and all that. He worried about who around the babies, and he don't want nobody in the house. And we all know that, baby. He don't care about them kids, man. You care about them kids. You take your kids and you let them live with you. He don't want nobody hitting his baby. 50's a bitter baby daddy. Respectfully, he's bitter. He's bitter, man. And it's okay. I kind of understand, because most of us don't have baby mamas that's willing to go and do freak offs and all-star freak off. We got some baby mamas. They ain't shit. Right? Nigga, everybody got a baby mama that ain't shit. But I ain't never heard no stories about 3 prostitutes blowing the back out at one. I ain't never heard no stories about that for most of the baby mamas that I know. So 50 Cent baby mama is diabolical. Well, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand why you're hurt. Because it's enough to make a grown man cry. Finding out that your baby mama is having freak off weekends, all-star freak off weekends with P. Diddy is enough to make it's enough to make a grown man cry. Yeah. Shed a tear. Right there. This motherfucking tear come down right there. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I understand how you feeling, but I'm just saying, like, hey, Harlem, salute to the homie Harlem. But let's not bring the kids into this. Diddy ain't even like that. Diddy ain't got no accusations. He ain't did no R. Kelly activity. Diddy told the bitch to take little 50 Cent and send him on to his grandmama house. Yeah, go ahead and take little 25 Cent and send him off over there to his grandmama house. You got work to do. Yeah, you got a job to do. I done sent that $10,000 2 weeks ago. Go ahead and take little 25 Cent and send him to his grandmama house. Yeah, you heard here that 50 ain't never had his little, 50 ain't doing nothing around no bit. 50 ain't do your little 25 Cent like that. Yeah, 50. Diddy made sure little 25 Cent was over there with his auntie, sleeping in the floor with his cousins and all that. You know, when you go sleep at your cousin's house, y'all make your little pallets on the floor. You watch Ninja Turtles. Little 25 Cent was over there watching. Yeah, he was watching Ninja Turtles, man. Power Rangers. Cause his mama had work to do. So again, we gonna get serious. But I wanted to put that out there, right? You know, these YouTubers, they've been compromised. These YouTubers is making up all time. Come on, Harlem. I don't like how you did that. How you had pictures of the little boy and all that. I'm gonna do a whole live stream. You put all little pictures. You tried to pull at the heartstrings of. You tried to pull at our heartstrings and all of that. Got a little 25 Cent all in the pictures. You done put little 25 Cent all in the videos. Nah, Harlem, we ain't doing that. They sent P. Diddy made sure little 25 Cent was at his grandmama house because his mama had work to do. All-star freak off weekends. That's what was going down. All right? Like we just gonna keep it 100. We gonna get to these Somalians. All right, but I needed to say that out loud. You got DJ Academics. He's a child predator. Yeah, DJ Academics, you a child predator, and you got Mano who like to dress up like Kunta Kinte. Yeah, you got Mano who he like to dress up a 12 years a slave, and he like to be dominated behind closed doors. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on in the algorithm. They don't want you looking at these Somalians. They don't want you looking at the $8 billion that's on the floor. That's what we gonna talk about. We gonna make sure it's right. Yeah. Listen. That's what's going on over here in the algorithm. Yeah, Diddy was sending 25 Cent to his grandmama house so his mama could go to work. You got DJ Academics is a alleged child predator. We heard you talking. Yeah, we heard you on. Yeah, you was talking to that little 5'1", yeah, the youngster. You was talking freaky to that little boy and all of that. And then you got Mano, who like to dress up like Kunta Kinte, 12 years a slave, and he like to get dominated by the dog fur. He like to let the white women. Nasty work what's going on in these YouTube streets. Salute to the homie Harlem Legend. You see you out there, baby. We working. But I saw your video. I ain't like how you had a little 25 cent. Yo, y'all go check out Harlem Legend. Check out the video where he just did with Ja Rule and 50. And look how he got a little 25 cent all in the video. Got a little 25 cent all hugged up in the. No, we did. It wasn't no freak off parties. Little 25 cent was at his grandmama house. And we done flew Daphne Joy out here to the freak off party. Fucking her for 24 hours straight. Daphne Joy that bitch was freaking off for 24 hours straight. That's enough to make a grown man cry. 50 Cent cried in the car. When 50 Cent found out Daphne Joy was having 3 male prostitutes, all-star freak-off weekend, 50 Cent, he cried. Look at the likes. It's 50 likes right now. Over 400 people in the chat, and it's 50 likes. That ain't by coincidence. That ain't by coincidence. 50 Cent cried in the car. Okay? So Harlem, hey, lead little 20. Ain't nobody did nothing little 25 cent. 25 Cent don't know his mama. He don't know that his mama was freaking and geeking out there with Diddy. She was doing a lot of freaking and geeking. He don't know. Nobody didn't do that. The little 25 Cent. Let's get into this situation with the Somalis, man. Go ahead. We gonna cut them out of chat. Well over 500 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Run it up. You know what to do when you come in here. Yeah. Mano like to dress up like Kunta Kinte. Did you know that Mano, the rapper from Brooklyn, New York, likes to dress up like Kunta Kinte? Yeah, Mano, where is you getting the slave outfits from? That's the only question we see. Party City don't sell Kunta Kinte outfits. Party City don't sell 12 years a slave. Where is you getting these slave outfits from that you like to put on with these white women and all that? Yeah, these niggas freaky, man. We not gonna waste no more time on these freaky ass niggas, man. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying though, where's you getting these slave outfits from? This what they got going through the algorithm. This is the narrative that's being pushed through the algorithm. You got DJ Academics, who's he's a child predator. You got child predator tendencies from what we heard you talking about to that little boy. And then you got Mano, who like to spend long days playing like a gangster. He walk around New York City with his Timberland boots and the $150 on his face, and he gangster. Read all about it. But late night, after all the cameras is off, Mano like to go home behind closed doors, and he like to dress up like Kunta Kinte. What's your name, boy? Toby. Kunta Kinte. What's your name, boy? Say Toby. Kunta Kinte. That's what Mano like to do. That's what Mano like to do behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? After a long day of playing gangster. What's your name there now, boy? Say Toby. Kunta Kinte. Yeah, it is what it is, little beauties. We're going to get to the Somalians. Just give me 2 seconds. We go. You see that right there at the bottom of the chat, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers doing all the Twittering with your Twitter fingers and all that, and using your Twitter fingers to do what your Twitter fingers do all in the comment section, using your Twitter fingers and all of that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right? Big salute to the chat. Well over 600 in here. Hit the like button and all that. So I said all that to say this, right? The algorithm is overloaded with smoke and mirrors. It's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of fluff going on in the algorithm because it's a lot of money on the floor. I mean, you know, these Somalians, man, they always look familiar. I was looking at different clips and different situations in my DM, and I couldn't put a finger on where I know these Somalians from. And then, boom, it hit me. Oh yeah, it hit me. These are the same people that we used to see at 4 in the morning with those commercials, or those African babies out there with the flies and shit all around their face. And they used to say, feed the children. If you could just send 25 cents over here to Somalia right now to help feed these children is starving over here. Those is the Somalians that's out there in Minnesota. The babies that had the rib cage showing, 14 flies flying all around their eyelids and all of that. 4, 5 in the morning when we used to turn over, look at the TV. Those was the Somalians that done funneled over $8 billion of American taxpayer. They done frauded $8 billion out there in Minnesota. See, nobody ain't pinpointed this. Those is the commercials that we used to see at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, asking for 5 cents, 25. Could you send a quarter? Would you send a penny? 1 penny. If you could send 1 penny, we could feed 100 Somalians right now. That's what we were seeing back in the day. These is the Somalians we used to send our pennies and our quarters and feed a whole village. Y'all done grew up, came over to America as illegal immigrants, and funneled $8 billion goddamn dollars. You know, we're going to talk about you Somalians tonight. Yeah, I don't care how you feel about it. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. I did a whole live stream already, and I spoke about these Somalians, and I gave y'all the benefit of the doubt. I said, you know what? I understand. The white man been robbing America for hundreds of years. Why can't the Somalians and why, you know, but I'm a little bit disappointed in you Somalians. You don't want to be black. You don't want to connect with the foundational black Americans over here in America. The same foundational black Americans that was sending 2 to 3 pennies a day to feed you and your goddamn family over there in Somalia when your ass was starving and your ribs was touching. You couldn't even swipe the motherfucking fly right there on your eyeball. You can't swipe the flies off you because you was that malnourished. You was that famine. You think I didn't know who you was? See, I'm about to tell the people exactly. You know what? I got one thing for sure. I kept the receipts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You didn't know. I don't go nowhere without the receipts. I didn't know where I knew y'all from. I've been watching these videos. I've been saying, this lady looked familiar. I seen this lady before. Downloads have downloaded. We done sent y'all goddamn so many rolls of pennies over the years. We done supported your village, fed your goddamn starving babies, and this is how you repay us? You come over here and you steal $8 billion from tax. Deport every last goddamn one of them. Yeah, it's going back to Somalia. Yeah. Listen. I done already made the call. I ain't changing my mind. We sending your ass back to Somalia. Yeah. No. You know what? We gonna talk about this. We send your ass back to Somalia. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, your ass came over here and stole all that money. You stole that money, didn't you? You know what? Let's go ahead and get into this receipt. I don't want to talk about it no more. I'm pretty upset about it. You know, I said to myself, how did we let this happen? How did we allow these Somalians to come over here and steal 8 billion? You know what? Before we go any further into this, what I want to do is I want to show y'all who we dealing with. Because I got the receipts. And I done already told you who we dealing with. But I want to show you. I think I might have rolled over 4 in the morning and sent off three goddamn pennies to Somalia. But seeing all these different commercials with y'all over there starving, living with the flies and all that. I sent you a couple of goddamn pennies. Yeah. And this how you repay me. Yeah, it's going back to some. You know what? Let's get into this receipt. I want y'all to sit back, relax, catch a contact. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk to these Somalians. Money all over the floor. Fraud. Yeah, it's going back to Somalia. Let's get into the receipts. Hit the like button and all that. Well over 900 in the chat. You already know how we do. It is what it is. Let's get into this. Look.
Did for y'all was we donated money to feed the children.
You already know. Hold on. We got you. I got you. Oh, don't you worry, Somalia. We got you now. Look.
This is a big meeting center. That means cooked food is being distributed here. This is very good because we're sure then this is reaching those most in need. These people have traveled from very far and many are losing children along the way. And we have to ramp up these operations. Over 300,000 people here in Mogadishu need help and those numbers are growing daily. But the cooked food needs to be fortified. We need to add in the vitamins that can help protect these children even better. And so these contributions that are coming in will go directly to operations like this and fortifying this food.
Did for y'all. And what we did for y'all was we donated money to feed the children.
This is a big meeting center. That means cooked food is being distributed here. This is very good because we're sure then this is reaching those most in need. These people have traveled from very far and many are losing children along the way. And we have to ramp up these operations. Over 300,000 people here in Mogadishu need help and those numbers are growing daily. But the cooked food needs to be fortified. We need to add in the vitamins that can help protect these children even better. And so these contributions that are coming in will go directly to operations like this and fortifying this food.
Now I want you to look right there. I want you to see right there. All right. Now these is the people that's out there in Minnesota. And see, I want you to understand something, man. You know, it's always going to be comedy hour with me, Grown Man Business TV. But I need you to understand this right here, right? I don't condone this type of activity. But I need to make this very clear. This is what y'all come from. So when y'all come over here and y'all getting cocky, you're talking down on black people, you're saying that we are jealous of Somalians, you don't want to be considered black, and we're gonna talk about that. Y'all have forgotten that y'all come from this country. This is why y'all are in America. Because in Somalia, it ain't enough goddamn grains of rice to feed you. We can feed a whole village with 50 cents, 25 cents. I send your ass a quarter and feed your whole village. And then you get on that banana boat, right? And you come over here to America and you forget all that we have done for you. And I ain't talking about the dog fur, because one thing for sure, two things for certain, in every commercial we ever saw of you Somalians starving, it was always a white person sitting amongst you. It was always a white lady or a white man with a head full of dog fur explaining to us what we needed to do to help y'all. See, that's why this channel was so powerful, because I'm not really gonna sugarcoat or step on. I'm not gonna do that. Y'all come over here and y'all want to get up under the dog fur. Y'all come over here, y'all want to be Caucasian. Y'all say that they called y'all the black Caucasian. Y'all want to be next to the white man. When the whole time the white man was robbing your pennies, we was sending over there to help your ass. Yeah. My ancestors, my mother, my father, my grandparents, they was sending pennies over there. 5 cent, 25 cent. And y'all look at us and y'all disrespect us. But y'all want to be next to the very white people that was taking those pennies and robbing your ass. Yeah, look, I can't make this. We're going to talk to your ass out there, Somalia. We're going to talk to you Somalians today. I want to talk to the Somalians today. I don't want to talk to nobody else. Yeah, fuck it. Let me show you something. Look at that. Look right, look. A goddamn dog fur Caucasoid Neanderthal sitting amongst you. And she healthy. She ain't starving. I mean, she full now. And I see you in the chat. Obviously, I'm not saying everybody. It's never all. It's never all people. It's never all white people. It's never all black people. The same way, right? The same way y'all always want to throw it in there that it's not all. You can't be that ignorant to generalize all of the. I wish y'all would use that for my people. When y'all see young black men out there committing crime, robbing, stealing, I wish y'all would say, hey, man, that ain't all black people, man. All black people ain't like that. Yeah, we know we got guys out there in Chicago shooting shit up, but guess what? It ain't all black people. I wish y'all would use that same generalization y'all want me to use when it comes to, but see, y'all don't do that. All black people is on welfare. All black people is lazy. Blah, blah, blah. But soon as I start holding the mirror up to you, now all of a sudden you want to make sure it's clear that we're not generalizing everybody and putting everybody. See, that's why this channel is powerful. That's why you over here. Okay, so I didn't say all Somalians. The Somalians I'm talking about know that they know who I'm talking to. They know that the shoe fits. The dog fur having Caucasoid white people that I'm talking about, they know who they are. When you talk about black people, you make sure you do that. From here on out, make sure you throwing in there that it ain't all black. You know, we talking about people on welfare, but it ain't all black people. Yeah, we talking about gang members, gang violence, black on black violence. But let me make sure I say this, it ain't all black people. Make sure you do that, okay? So we're going to get back, because, yeah, it's a lot of Somalians out there in Minnesota that's robbing the system. But see, I already told y'all about them frauding and $8 billion on the floor and, you know, the money right now that's being funneled through these illegal immigrants. We ain't got money for the poor. We ain't got money to feed the poor, but we got money for wars, right? We ain't got money for reparations, but somehow $8 billion is being funneled through some immigrants, some illegal immigrants, right? You know, we definitely gonna make sure that we stay there and we make sure that that's known. But see, this live stream right here, I want to go on a whole nother angle. We already know they stole the money. We already know they being deported and it's a lot going on in Minnesota. We already know it's money on the floor. A lot of y'all have not connected those Somalians in Minnesota to these Somalians with the goddamn fruit flies all over the lid. Yeah, they got fruit flies all over their pupils and all of that. Those the only people I ever seen that could talk to you and look you right in your face with a big ass fruit fly directly on the pupil. So I'm connecting the dots. But I really want to go into something that I've always talked about on this channel. And this is one of the things that we're going to have to really home in on as a people when it comes time for us to take reparations, right? It's indigenous people against everybody. It is black people against everybody. It is foundational black Americans, whatever you want to call us. And I'm going to talk about that. That is the meat and potatoes of this live stream. But we have to really understand that we have no allies. I don't care how much you look like us. I don't care how much you dress up like us. I don't care how much you cosplay. I don't care how much melanin you got in your skin. We don't have any allies. Everybody has an underlying hate and an underlying understanding to go against the indigenous people of this land. And that's what we're going to talk about. Yeah. You know, the money, we going to figure that out. But what you got to understand is $8 billion being funneled through some Somalians. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how it's going to work for my people. You know, $8 billion, man, that will set my people straight, my G. 8 billion, or we could do something with that. Spread that out amongst only black people and see what we do with that $8 billion. See what kind of generational wealth we set up with that 8 billion, 20, 30 billion. You understand? So it's not going to happen like that amongst us. We going to have to take it. We going to have to take that. We going to have to take reparations. It's going to be war when it come to that. And we're going to talk about that as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, don't get it confused, man. I know you ain't used to hearing a grown man talk like this. I know you ain't really used to hearing this type of baritone. You know, y'all like to listen to Saucy Santana and, Lil Nas X and all of that. So I ain't inciting nothing. I ain't trying to make you, but I want you to understand that it's a reason why these people can touch $8 billion illegally on American soil and why we still asking for reparations and they look us right in our face and tell us they ain't got it. It's going to crash the economy. It's a big reason for that. And we're going to talk about that. Now let's get into this. What I want to do is I want you to listen to, how not just Somalians, right, but all immigrants, we, like I said, it's us against everybody, right? But everybody's not flat out racist. Everybody's not going to be real bold with the racism or the disdain for black people, right? But they say it in a subtle way. And what I've learned is they all have a subtle way of detaching themselves from us when they come over here. And the one thing they have in common, the one statement they all make when they are detaching themselves from us without trying to seem racist or disrespectful is this right here. I'm not black. I'm not black. I'm Haitian. Oh, I'm not black. I'm Nigerian. Oh, I'm not black. I'm Jamaican. Oh, black. Don't disrespect me by calling me black. All right? I'm from Somalia. So when you do the research and you do the due diligence and you can see through the smoke and mirrors like me, what you realize is they have all subconsciously figured out that they can just say that they're not black. That is the universal statement right there. That is the universal statement that they use to detach from us, to separate from us, to disrespect us subtly. You got a guy that's saying, don't disrespect me or my ancestors by calling me black. But then that same person will look at me, right? Understanding that I'm indigenous to this land and will call me black. But calling you black is disrespecting you, but then you'll call me black in admiration. Whoo. Oh yeah. Oh, they thought I came to play with y'all. They thought we was about to, nah, we not doing that. We not playing with this. We not playing with this. And this is gonna segue me into the title Black. Cause I got a lot of people in my DM like, yo, GMB, yo, you be saying black and blah, blah. Listen, I want to give you some game on this, but not only you, I'm going to give you Somalians. I'm going to give you foreigners that be in my chat, that be in my DM, that be, yo, it's a lot of foreigners and a lot of white people that want this game because y'all be in my DM. Dog fur having Caucasoid people, y'all be all in my DMs and all of that. All right? Respectfully. So we going, but I'm gonna let this receipt play right here. And this receipt right here is going, it's gonna give you just some context on what I'm talking about. Yeah, we gonna let this receipt play. Hold up. Let's make sure it's all right. Let's make sure everything is on cue. All right. Big salute to the chat. Y'all already know how we doing here, man. Hit the like button and all that. I want to let this receipt play. I'm gonna let them say it for themselves, and then we gonna elaborate, and I'm gonna go deeper. All right, I done already told you, these are Somalians. These are the guys we were sending pennies to back in the day, back in the 90s, the early 2000s. We saw them commercials. These are those people. They done grew up, got smart, came to America, got with them white people, and they done funneled $8 billion on, yeah, it's money all over the floor. Okay? Now we're going to talk about the detachment and what this land is and what's going on and why it's us against everybody. Why it's indigenous, foundational Black Americans against everybody. Okay? So not only that, we're going to talk as well about, being so close to the dog fur. They start to rub off on you. When when you grow up and your whole agenda is to get close to white people, their habits, their mannerisms, their everything starts to rub off on you, and you start to become, okay? You start to become like the white people. You start to move. We all are guilty of it. Even my people. We done been so close to white people for so long, we start killing ourselves. We done been up under white people for so long, we act just like white people. We got a diet like white people. We don't want to be in the sun like white people. We kill Black people like white people. Y'all ain't no different. Y'all came over here, went to Minnesota, got up under the white people, and y'all start figuring out how to scam the system. Y'all start figuring out how to funnel money out of the government. Hey, I got the receipts. Big salute to the chat. Let's get into this. We gonna start right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care how you feel about it. You like it or you don't. I wouldn't give a goddamn what you thought. The way I feel about it is, come up off that money or close your goddamn mouth. Yeah, I don't want to talk. I remember when you had flies on your goddamn mouth. Yeah, let me find this receipt real quick. Big salute to you guys. Let's make sure we on cue. Yeah, I remember when you had flies on your goddamn mouth. Look.
Reminder that Dominicans are not Black. We are not Black, and no matter how much Black Americans cry about it, we are not Black. We will never be Black. Just I look Black, but we are not Black. And it's just a reminder to Black Americans who are so pathetically forcing Dominicans to label themselves as Black. We'll keep telling them we have our own culture. We know Black, papi. They still force it on us. So just a reminder: Dominicans are not Black.
I don't identify myself as a Black person anymore. I identify myself as a Jamaican person.
I've always identified as a Grenadian. American one, and I'm not Black. Everybody was shocked at that statement. Like, you're not Black? What are you then? Like, I'm a person. What is Black? So what are you? Yellow, lemonish green? What is that with?
It's difficult because I don't identify as being Black. Also, I was...
I'm not Black, I'm African.
Is that not Black?
No. Oh, it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I came in a plane, they came in chains. Yeah, I'm passenger in their cargo.
And I was 17 to go to college. So I will start off with the fact that I never really saw myself as a black person growing up. I still don't. Of course, it's something else.
I'm not black. This is black. I'm not black. I'm not African either. I live in Africa. I'm Somali. I speak Somali. This is my flag.
I don't like this. Like, why are you telling me I have to do this because I'm black when it's been already pointed out that I'm Haitian? Why do I now have to submit to this idea of being black? That makes absolutely no sense to me. And that's what you don't get. A lot of people.
All suits are $49 to $99. End of.
I have never and will never identify myself as black. And I'll elaborate as to why I'm saying this, because this is needed in your, so you can pretty much understand that just because I look like you, that does not mean I identify myself as such. So for instance, sweetheart, I am Congolese.
The world is colorblind. I'm not a black man. Yeah. Look at my face. Yeah. I'm more like brown.
And
I'm not black. Let me say that again.
I am not black.
Okay? Hear me out. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as black. She's like, you're not black, you're Nigerian.
Okay. Now, we're going to talk about this because it's always going to be smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing with everybody, right? They never want us to lean into race. Anytime you talk about something, because I saw that comment in the chat, salute to everybody in the chat. Yo, black people are always worried about race. I don't think anybody, no. Everybody. And this receipt right here proves it. All these different people, the main thing they're talking about is not being identified as black. They want to be identified as their race, their ethnicity, who they are. Nigerian, Haitian, Somalian, etc. So it's only brought up, and it's only a problem when us, and I'm gonna say black people, when we lean into it, when we bring it up, when we speak to it. And I want to give y'all the game on what this really is. And for all my white Caucasian counterparts that's in the DM, for all the foreigners that rock with Grown Man Business TV, I'm about to give y'all some game. The construct of black. First off, what you need to understand is black is not a color, right? Black is not a color. Black is the origin of all color. We want to start right there. Oh, I love being the bearer of bad news. Black is not a color. It is the origin of all colors. All colors in the color spectrum come from black. Okay? That's first and foremost. So the whole term of black is void of color and black is blah, 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 that is a definition, and that is terms that the white man gave you. And I already told you, anytime white people tell you something or give you something, you probably need to turn it around and reverse it. So if white people told you in the dictionary that black is the void of color, black is the void, blah, 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 then you need to turn that around, because black is the origin of all color. Black is not void of color. It is the origin of all color. So all these people, all these different, all these foreigners, these immigrants. Oh, you guys are black. You have no culture. You don't even know who you are. Yeah, that's why you here. We know exactly who we are. Black, right? So now that we already identified and understand, I want to learn you something, that black is the origin of all color. You can put two black people in the wilderness. We can have a baby that's whiter than snow. I mean, you could put two black people in the jungle. We can have a baby with blonde hair and blue eyes. And I really mean blonde hair, not dog fur. We already know who the dog fur is. But you could put me and somebody in the jungle, a black woman, and we could have a baby that has blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin. That's why black women have the Eve gene, where they can create any form, any color, any way, shape, form, or fashion you can imagine. A black woman is the only woman that can create that. All right? So black is not that thing. It's not what they brainwashed you. You think black is a bad thing. No, black is the origin of all. That's why when you in a belly, when you in that womb, and when you in your mama womb, it's like pitch black. It's like the darkest black you can never see. It's like space. You come from that type of blackness. Okay? I want to start right there. Okay? Because a lot of the things that the dog fur, when they do things out of evil, a lot of the times it turns around to bite them in the ass. So they was calling us black because they already told y'all that black is the void. It's the void of color. It's the void of everything. So they thought that they were demonizing us, but they really wasn't. All right? Now, let's stay right there. Y'all never asked yourself, why did they label us black? See, this is what I mean when I say all of these different cultures and all of these different races and all these different people, right? They want to be up under white people so bad that they never really question none of this shit. It don't take a rocket science. It's not rocket science. Like, they want to be up under white people so bad that they listen to whatever white people say and they just run with it. The same goddamn white people that was stealing your quarters and stealing your pennies out there in Somalia when your ass was, you remember, you saw the receipt. So you mean to tell me not one Nigerian, not one Haitian, not one Jamaican, not one African, not one of y'all ever said to yourself, why did they title and label these people as black? We already know their skin is brown. They're not literally black. Why is that? That's the beautiful part about this. So white, they labeled us black because they know that they needed to detach us from this land. Before we was labeled black, what were we? We were the Indians. We were the indigenous people of the Americas. We are not Africans. Yeah, we didn't come here on a goddamn African boat. We didn't come here on a banana boat. When white people, the dog fur, Caucasoid Neanderthals from the Caucasus Mountains, when they came over here and they ran across my ancestors and they were in the process of stealing this land, they said, you know what? We have to rename these people. Yeah, we can't call them indigenous, Indians. Yeah, call them black people. Yeah, they're black. Yeah, they're blacker than goddamn Indians. It's black people. All right? That's what was happening. That's what they did. And they told y'all we was black. And then over the years, right? Over the years, the whole black terminology, it really wasn't making sense. People started asking questions. Yeah, listen. I don't know. Grown Man Business TV, I love you, man. You work out here, you're cropping the goddamn thing. Listen, Grown Man Business TV, I don't know. Black? Who thought of this? Black? Why would they call you black? Grown Man Business, you're copper colored. You're the color of copper. Why would they call you black? People started asking questions. And the higher ups in the elite says, you know what, man? We're going to have to figure out another term to call these people. Too many people is asking questions. Hey, the black, I don't know what they was thinking. Black, that shit don't even make sense. We call them black people. African Americans came into play now. Now all of a sudden we ain't black. We African Americans because The titles have to detach us from our land. Whatever they call us, my G, I don't care what they come up with. The titles have to detach us from the land of America. They don't, we like, hey, listen. We don't give a goddamn what we call you. We don't care what you call them. Just don't call them indigenous. Hey. We don't care what you call them. Just don't call them native. Don't call them indigenous and don't call them native. Okay? Call them goddamn Negroes. You know what? African American. You came from Africa, you're an African American. You don't think they would have started deporting our asses if we was really Africans, Americans? As much as the old dog fur white people used to hate black people, how much they hated us. You think if we wasn't Africans, they wouldn't have sent us back to Africa like they deporting your Somalian asses back to Somalia? Yeah. You see how easy they sending your Somalian asses back to Somalia? You think they wouldn't have did that to us? They can't do that to us. Respectfully. So all this, we're not black, yeah, black, you know, yeah, black. Hey. You got to remember where that came from. The only reason we are called black is because they don't want to call us indigenous. The only reason they call us African Americans is because they don't want to call us indigenous. The only reason they call us Negro American is because they don't want to call us indigenous. Where you think, let me tell you something. Where you think that 40 acres and a mule is going to come from? Huh? You forgot about that 40 acres and a mule? It's going to come a point in time where they ain't going to have, it's no more names you could call us. It ain't no more titles or terms you could put on my people. Everybody know who we are. And once it's solidified, now where's the land, the stolen land? We're going to start divide. But see again, that's a whole nother live stream. That's the violence I tell y'all about. That's the war I tell y'all about. The war, the violence. They not about to hand us America. We gonna have to take this shit. What did God tell Moses? What did he tell them when they parted the Red Sea and they went over there and they went into the land where the Nephilim was at, where the giants was at? What did God tell them? He told Judah and them boys, take the land. Or we can get biblical with this. I'm surgical with this, Jake. Yeah, I'm surgical. He told them motherfuckers to take the land. He didn't say go in there and pray with the giants. Go in there and cook and break bread with the giants. Go in there and go to work with the giants. He didn't say go in there and be equal with the giants. He didn't say none of that. He said take the land. It's yours. What that mean is the giants ain't gonna give you the land, homie. The giants ain't gonna give up this motherfucking metropolis. Yeah. You're gonna have to take it. And guess what? It's your divine right to slaughter everybody in that land. Man, women, child, elderly, dog, cat, fish, everybody gotta go. That's your divine right from God. God gave us the divine right to take this motherfucking land. So for all you Somalians and foreigners and whatever, you need to understand that. You need to really understand what you're dealing with when you get to disrespecting and talking crazy about so-called black people. Oh man, whatever you want to call us, don't forget the indigenous. Because when it's time to take the land, I mean, if you in it, you gonna perish. Somalian, Jamaican, whatever you are. When it's time for us to take this land, your ass better be back in Somalia somewhere. Yeah, that's all. Your ass better be back in Haiti. You better take it Jamaica, Europe, Spain, Greece, wherever your ancestors was coming from. You better take your ass back over there. Because when it's time for us to take the land, everybody gotta go. Everybody. Nigga, everybody's gonna go. Everybody. That's our divine right. God gave us that. God. Respectfully. I can't sugarcoat this. You could like it or you could love it. Oh, the black people. Why the fuck you think they call us black? Dummy. Salute to that 20-piece nugget. Appreciate that. Yeah, black people are still under a spell of racial colorism. They got us under a wicked spell, right? An identified complex created long-term history of slavery. Yeah, you on that. You on point, my G. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But see, this is where I want to go with this, right? Because that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. And that's one of the things that fuels a lot of these foreigners and these white people and all of these immigrants, all of these foreigners to this land. We are the only ones that are not foreign to this land. We are not, listen, we are not brothers. We share melanin. That's it. You got melanin, I got melanin. That's it. Right? So they use all of that. Yeah, these guys are under a spell and blase blah. And, you know, it's a social construct from the Europeans and long history of slavery and colorism that has the black American, the indigenous people of America under a spell. But let's never forget that spells don't last forever. Spells don't last forever. So you put a spell on somebody and we all know in due time what happens. The spell wears off. The spell disappears. So when I tell you that it's our divine right. When you read that Bible and it talks about God, God is a vicious warrior. God is not the God that they painted for y'all with the dog fur on the white horse and all of that. God was killing shit all throughout that book. God was smoking shit. Yeah, you fuck around and find out when you play with the Most High in that book. It ain't a fairy tale. When God told them the promised lands is right over there. Milk and honey. I mean, it's a lot of shit over there in that land. Go check it out. And Moses, he sent a couple of spies over there. He said, yo, go check that out. Come back and tell us what you see and all that. You know what I mean? Go over there, be low key, my G. See, you know what I mean? Come back and tell me what you see over there. That was us. That was the black people. God's chosen people. Us, black people. Yeah. You know, they came back and they said, yo, some fucking giants over there, B. Yo, Few, listen, Few. We found some giants, and you sure God told us to go in there? It's giants in there. Couple of them was scared. They was spooked. Moses, yo, God, what you got going on? My people went up in the, you know what I mean? They went up in the projects and all that. Said it's giants in there. What you trying to set us up or something? What you got going on? Yo, take the land. No, I ain't trying to set you up and all that. Them people, if it's somebody in there, I don't know what's going on with that. If it's somebody in the promised land, I didn't give them divine right to be there. I didn't tell them people to go. There's some people in there. Take it then. Take that shit. Why you think they want us killing each other? Why you think they use the music and the frequencies to keep us under this spell? Because as soon as we get out of this spell, as soon as it wears off, we gonna take the land. As soon as the spell wears off, then we are going to be able to hear the Most High's voice very clear without all the smoke and mirrors. And the Most High said, I didn't tell them to be in America. I didn't tell them. Yo, what the fuck you talking about the Grand Canyon? Talking about the Nile River? You talking about the New Yorkers? I didn't, Memphis? I didn't tell them people to be over there. What the fuck they doing in Minnesota? You talking about Somalians? Take the land. And see, the beautiful thing about that biblical shit with that book is very precise. Everything is very, very precise. So the word take. Oh, in those days, the word take mean take, kill. Yeah, slaughter. Yeah, slaughter, kill, take. He didn't say, listen, take the babies and put them over there. He didn't say, yo, take the women and let them go and get in banana boats and go up the river. He said, take everything out the land. Man, women, child, elderly, young, old, new, whatever. Kill everything in there, because I didn't give nobody permission or divine right to be in there. That's what is. So we under a spell. Lucky you. We are under a spell. Lucky you. Okay? I needed to say that because, again, the whole we don't have culture. This is our culture. This is our land. We are the only people that you come across in America that can't be deported. Let me tell you something, right? If all the other foreigners, Somalians, Nigerians, Haitians, whatever, right? If they were gangster for real, they would turn around and look at white people and call them immigrants, call them foreigners. You want to send me back to Somalia? Well, we're going to send you back to Europe. We're going to send you back to Spain. We're going to send you back to Greece. We're going to send your ass back to the Caucasus Mountains. Imagine if these foreigners didn't want to be white so bad. Imagine if these foreigners was anything like us. We are the only ones that can't be deported. So now you know why they call us black. Don't ever get it confused. Now you see why we got multiple different titles. Black, African American, Negro, Negro American. Every time one title gets a little bit weak, they find another title. Then that title gets a little bit shaky. They find another title. Ain't no more titles, my G. White people are foreigners. They're immigrants. They came here from fucking Scotland. Yeah, we got the pictures. Let me show you guys. I don't give a fuck. I keep the receipts. I don't care how you feel about the receipts. I keep the receipts. Yeah, let's look at this. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Let's see. I want to show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys something. All right? Big salute to the chat. Let me see something. Let's see. All right. I want to show you guys something. All right? I want to show you guys something. Now, we got pictures. I want you to get a couple of receipts, all right? Let's look at this. Look. What? White people's ancestors right here. This is white people's ancestors right here. Look, I want to show you something. Jewish people, white people, Spaniards, whatever. Y'all all came over here on boats. Y'all all are foreigners. Y'all all are immigrants. Me, my people, we are the only ones that cannot be deported. And when the spells wear off, the last place you gonna want to be is in this divine land. All right? Now, I needed to say that because what you got to understand is the disrespect, right? You got, a lot of people are just so ignorant, right? They're just so ignorant to what's going on that they really believe like, oh, black, we're not black, blah, 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 we're black people and black. And it's like, yo, you ain't even smart enough to ask the simple questions. Okay? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Now, we're not gonna stay much longer, but I wanna land this plane with this angle right here, this last angle. Big salute to the chat, big salute to everybody that's in here. Charlie P, I see you working in the chat. Breezy Santana, all in alkaline lifestyle, that feminine energy we all do need. See you in the chat. Yeah, we working. The game is the game. I'm gonna close off with this last angle. And we're gonna chop some game. And I'm gonna get up out of here. Big salute to the chat. You already know we working, baby. It is what it is. But I need, gotta digress. I want to say something. I see you in the chat, right? What you think the Nephilim or the giants that were in the promised land, what you think they thought when Judah and all them different tribes, the tribes of Judah, all them different tribes that was with Moses, ran up in that land and did exactly what God told them to do? They was just like you, homie. I ain't gonna say your name, but they was just like you. They thought that it was hate. Oh, they're racist. Look what they have done to us. They hate us. So much hate and so much racism. Nah, it's divine order. So I don't really expect you to see it from my point of view. I expect you to think that it's hate or it's racism when I speak for my people and what it's supposed to be. So you don't think that it's racism or it's hate when you hear music of black people killing themselves. You don't think that it's racist or it's hate when people just simply say, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian, I'm Haitian. It's only when a black man talk like this when you start to feel uneasy. And the only thing that you can do, right, is because your mental capacity ain't really on the level. The first thing that you do is you reach for, a defense mechanism. Oh, it's so much hate. He's hate. It's racism. That's a defense mechanism. That's the easy way out. You ain't used to this, right? So you think that it's hate, but it ain't I ain't got no hate towards you. I know what this is. The ill thing about it is what y'all show my people is what real racism is. What y'all show my people is what hate is. Us just defending ourselves, that don't equal to racism. That equals defense. It's us against everybody. It's not one race. It's not one ethnic group of people on the face of the planet that don't have a majority stake of their own people that have an underlying disdain for so-called black people. The real Americans, the real Jews, whatever you want to call it. See, I like to say God's chosen people. I like to say God's chosen people. Hitler, we all was taught to hate Hitler, to have a disdain for Hitler. But one thing Hitler said about black people, he said, America will never be as great as it's supposed to be because America stole the Jews off of God's neck. Did you know that Hitler said that about my people? Did you know that Hitler, The all great Hitler that did all that nasty, what he was doing to them people and all that, with them gas chambers. He said, America will never be as great as it is supposed to be because America stole the jewels off of God's neck. So, I mean, I guess if you want to say we are the real Jews, but me, I don't really like those titles. It's something about them that don't sit right with me. You want to be Jewish, you be that. Maybe we are the real Jews. What I do know is we are the chosen. We are the chosen people. We are the people that God told to take the land. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that right there. Yeah. It's biblical. It's biblical. The arrogance of all you foreigners over here. The arrogance. It's disgusting. It's nasty work. Now, last but not least, right? I wanna just point something out, right? You know, when you look back at the hieroglyphics, right, and I'm talking about over there in Africa, like Egypt, the fake Egypt, right? But even over here in the Grand Canyon, in the real Egypt, the real motherland, America is the real motherland. They told y'all Africa was the birthplace of civilization. Well, I already told you, anything them dog fur having people tell you, you need to flip it in reverse. They told you Africa is the motherland. Well, let me tell you, let me be real with you. If Africa was the motherland, then white people would be in Africa. They wouldn't be giving a fuck about America. If Africa was the motherland, they'll be over in Africa. All right? But in the pyramids of America, the oldest pyramids on the face of the globe are right here on American soil. The hieroglyphics show that white people was considered beast. Oh, I told you. I told you, when a white man don't shave his back for 10 years, he turned to a Bigfoot. When a white man don't get a haircut for 10 years, that fur grow everywhere. It grow on his legs, it grow on his knees, it grow on his shins, it grow on his feet, it grow on his neck. Right? So what happens when you live amongst the beasts for too long? What happens when you, the righteous, the original man, starts to live amongst mankind for too long, for way too long? You start to inherit certain habits from the beast. You start to mimic certain ways from the beast. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm going somewhere with this, and we got one more receipt that's going to lead back to Somalians and all that. But I'm just trying to give you some context. Homosexuality wasn't something we was into. But when you spend enough time with the beasts, they get down with animal. Yeah, there's animalistic type of things they do with the animals. You never seen a black woman in a horse, right? But if you type in, certain things, you might see that dog fur in a horse, right? Homosexuality was never a part of our thing, but we've been around the dog fur for too long. You understand me? Being in the AC and sitting in these moist ass little areas with all this shit, it really wasn't our thing. We was black as night. But we've been around the dog fur. We've been around white people for too long. And we wasn't really rocking with. And we don't put raisins in the potato salad. We don't like to put raisins in the potato salad. But we've been hanging around white people for too goddamn long. Trooper 69, I see you in the building. I say all that to say this, right? Yeah, Charlie P, there you go. That's what I was looking for too. I was looking for that. My mind work a certain way because I'm maneuvering through the YouTube streets, and I like for my videos and live streams to go green. I like to get paid for me talking this talk. I like to talk down on the people and get paid. I make them pay me for talking and exposing the truth. So when that word that you said in the chat came across my brain, it automatically went off and I compartmentalized it and I put it off in the little compartment and I tried to find another word because I feel if I say that word, it's going to shake the algorithm up. I don't want those. Yeah, I want them. Yeah, they're going to pay me to talk. But that's why you got a wrench. Charlie P, I see you. Yeah, you been, yeah, you already know. It's my homie Charlie P. That word. We've been around white people so long, right? We started to take up their mannerisms. We started to take up habits. We start to now act just like the dog fur, Caucasoid, Neanderthal, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. See, they no longer, let me tell you something. We are such perfectionists. We are so advanced as the original man that we done took mannerisms from the dog fur, right? And we do it 10 times better. I mean, let me tell you something, right? White people used to kill and hang and lynch, enslave black people. Now we do it so good, we don't need white. Ku Klux Klan don't even exist. They exist, but not like they used to. They used to kill us. We done been around white people so long, we learned how to kill ourselves even better than they could. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying all that because I'm going somewhere with this. We ain't the only ones. Latino people, they done been around white people so long that now they marry white. They breed white. They want to be as light skinned and white as possible. And they go so far that as soon as they get light enough, they identify as Caucasian, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. They don't like the dark-skinned Dominicans. They don't like the dark-skinned Puerto Ricans. And they breed and they marry to lighten their skin. And trust me, as soon as they get light enough, when they go to the construction or they go there, they identify on a job application as Caucasian, not Latina. See? The Somalians are no different. See, I told you I was going somewhere. We're going to get into this receipt. But the Somalians, they went through years of eating rice and oatmeal and oats that we were sending from America with those pennies we was sending y'all in them commercials and all of that. But while they was over there, they had certain white people that was with them, that was robbing them. That white lady in that receipt right there, she was robbing them babies, taking the money. And them Somalians been around it so long, they start figuring out like, oh, and they learned. They came to America. They came over here. They started engaging with the dog fur. And in due time, they became master scammers. They went out there to Minnesota. They raised their babies. They went into Congress. They became, councilmen and congressmen. And then they learned from white people how to rob the government. And $8 billion later, here we are. And I'm going to show you the receipt. Yeah, I mean, I could go down all of them. The Africans, you know what I'm saying? These people, those people. We all have remnants of that dog fur on us. We have all taken small bits and pieces from white people because everywhere we go, you got white people in our business. You got white people trying to rub shoulders. You got white people stealing IP. You got the dog fur around us. our whole life. You got white people somewhere looking, asking you questions, teaching you at the doctor's appointment, the police. We all start to have small remnants of the habits of the beast. I mean, back in the day, the Ku Klux Klan used to do wild shit. They used to feed black babies to alligators. They used to hang whole families out there in Mississippi. And we've been around that so long that we said, you know what? We could do that 10 times better. We don't need the Ku Klux Klan. Fall back. We got this. Let's get into this receipt because I want you to see this Somalian man next to this dog fur having Caucasoid right here, and you'll understand what he learned, where they learned on American soil. We ain't got to eat rice bits no more. We ain't got to eat grain and oats no more, or we gonna rob the system. We gonna steal. We tired of eating rice. Yeah, we tired of eating bags of goddamn rice. We've been starving for goddamn 40 years. Keep your pennies. We coming for the billions. Let's get into this last receipt. Big salute to the chat. Stacy Galore, I see you in the chat. We ain't doing nothing but keeping it all the way funky. We ain't doing nothing but exposing the higher-ups and the elites. That's all we doing over here. I got shit to do. Yeah, we not going to stay that much longer. All right, let's look at the receipt. Look.
Check this out. A federal jury convicted Feeding Our Future founder Amy Bach and restaurant owner Salim Saeed on all charges yesterday. These are new booking photos of the two locked up tonight in Sherburne County as they await sentencing. But the effort to claw back the millions of taxpayer dollars they stole is still happening. Investigative reporter Eric Rasmussen is following that part of the... Amy Bach is the founder of the organization that lied and said they fed 91 meals to needy children receiving $250 million. Why, when these immigrants come to this country, one of the first things they want to do is start a nonprofit? Who taught them that? And another thing, I used to live around Africans, and an African man told me how they get down. He told me that they start nonprofits, including churches, and that's how they defraud the government. You know, Kevin, if you've been following this case, you know the big number, nearly $250 million stolen from a federal program to feed kids in need. And now we're learning more about where that money went and what's being done to get it back. It's a sweet house on a cul-de-sac in Plymouth. Even sweeter online in real estate photos featuring an indoor basketball court. On Wednesday, a jury found Salim Saeed used federal food money to buy the house for $1.1 million. Now it's part of a government portfolio of property seized in the Feeding Our Future fraud investigation across Minnesota, the United States, and even in places such as Turkey and Kenya. A first step in trying to recover nearly $250 million stolen from taxpayers. Now, I do believe that there are some people in the Somali community that did commit fraud. I do believe that, but I also believe that they are being thrown under the bus. I believe, because you know it's easier for immigrants to come over here and commit all kind of crimes and build criminal empires, right? Until this country don't need them anymore. But anyway, I believe they were taught by those people who think they're in charge of everything because they're the ones who get mainly busted for white collar crimes. And I believe that they're the ones who stole the billions of dollars, and the Somalis are taking the rap. But see, that's what happened when you come over here and you speak these racist talking points against us and think that you...
So Somalians are trying to drag Black Americans into their fight. Check this out.
If you got...
All right, so, you know, in that receipt right there, she asked the $1 million question. Where did they learn this from? And you got to know, man, it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be, but it's the reason why the channel is growing expeditiously. You understand what I'm saying? It's because this is what you come here for. They learned that from their dealings with dumb people. Dog fur having Caucasoid people, the Caucasian people. Let me break this down, right? When they were in Somalia and we were sending those pennies over there, that's what white people was doing. White people had started non-profit organizations Those nonprofit organizations went to Somalia, created content, videos, and commercials showing us the poverty over there and begging us to send money in the millions and millions, if not billions of dollars every year we sent to Somalia was funneled through those nonprofit organizations. And white people brought houses, they brought planes, they brought boats, they brought penthouses, they brought goddamn generational wealth through those nonprofits, right? Fast forward to present day. The Somalians have learned that we can also start feed the children programs and nonprofits telling the government that we are going to feed homeless children, we are going to feed hungry children, and the government to give us billions of dollars to feed these children. And all we got to do is pocket the money the same way them white people was pocketing the money when they was over there in Somalia all them years, taking all that money. See, ain't nobody ever asked the question, where did those billions of dollars go from them commercials? We never had a talk. We never seen nobody go to jail. We never seen nobody audited. We never seen nobody do nothing. We ain't heard a peep. We ain't heard a peep, my G. Not one motherfucking peep about where that money went over there in Somalia. But as soon as these Somalians came to America and did the same thing white people was doing over there in Somalia, now all of a sudden it's a goddamn federal crime. We got the president involved. We got the FBI. We about to deport you. Your ass going back to Somalia. We ain't asking no question. We taking your houses. We taking your property. The more you hang around them people, the more you become like them people. The more you hang around them people, you start thinking like, okay, a little homosexuality ain't that bad. Yeah, the more you hang around them people, the more you start saying, yeah, okay, we can let the dogs sleep in the bed with us. There ain't nothing wrong with a little dog fur all on your pillows and all that. Yeah, it's just a little dog fur. Y'all remember when white people told us that the dog mouth is more cleaner than your mouth? You remember when you believed that? Put a one in the chat if you believed when you was young that a dog's mouth was cleaner than your mouth. Put a one in the chat. Yeah, this is why they don't like me. Yeah, this why they shadow ban my channel. This why they play around with my numbers. You remember when white people told you that? You sit there and watch a dog lick his whole asshole. He lick his whole asshole clean. And a white person says, oh, his dog's mouth is cleaner. It's cleaner than your mouth. Grown man business, don't worry. His mouth is cleaner than your mouth. And I just watched the dog lick his whole nutsack. He just licked the whole nutsack clean. I'm just saying, man. You know, the more you get around them people, the more you start believing shit that they tell you. Oh, cow milk. Don't you think you would like to drink cow milk? Oh, you know what? Milk does a body good. Yeah, milk. Cow milk. We don't want to drink human milk. Don't drink breast milk. We're going to go get a cow. You like goats? Oh, goat milk. We got goat milk right here. Would you sit down? Give me 2 glasses of goat milk and give me an extra 2 glasses of cow milk, and we're gonna all drink. We're gonna drink animal milk today. Everybody, you want to drink animal milk? You see how crazy it sounds? But your whole childhood, they had you thinking that milk does a body good. You was going to school, popping open them little goddamn cardboard boxes, drinking that cow milk and all that. You used to drink white milk. Didn't you used to drink white milk? Put a one in the chat If you used to drink white milk or you used to drink chocolate cow milk. Yeah, you used to drink chocolate cow milk. The white man had your ass drinking cow milk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to tell you. It's cow milk. Cow milk got blood in it, cow blood, all kind of shit. You know they can't funnel all the shit out the milk. You know that, right? Yo, when y'all get off this live stream, type in cow milk in YouTube and watch a couple of videos, and they're gonna show you that even when they clean the cow milk, it got so much like blood and residue and shit in it, they can't get it all out. Yes, the shit is made for a baby cow. The cow milk you ain't supposed to be drinking cow milk. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Yeah, it got pus. Breezy saying it's pus. It's pus all through the goddamn milk. But the white man told your stupid ass to drink cow. What you been doing your whole life? Milk does a body good. Give me a glass of cow milk, please. You go to school, they say, hey, what you want? You want the regular cow milk or you want the chocolate cow? Yo, let me get a box of chocolate cow milk. We drinking chocolate. We drinking cow milk with chocolate powder in it. We swallowing all that shit. Drink, yeah. The more you hang around them people, the more you listen to them people, the more you become like them people. Stop drinking goat milk. The goddamn goat, the milk is for baby goats. I know you think you special. Oh, we don't drink cow milk, grown man business. We drink goat milk. Yeah, we go out there and milk the goat. And we drink his milk. The milk that come out the goat's nipples. Yeah, we like to drink. Come on, son. Think about you. So you drinking goat milk, bitch? Okay. Yeah, I mean, be my guest. You know what I'm saying? You know what? If you like it, I love it. You want to go out there and goddamn milk a goat and drink the milk? You know what? My bad. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to judge you like that. You want to drink cow milk because the white man told your ass to drink cow milk? Well, you know what? Fuck it. All right. Almond milk, I'm cool with that. And I'm gonna tell you this. I would suggest you make your own almond milk. I seen some videos and ways that you can make your own almond milk. I'm with that. But cow milk and goat milk, be my guest. Be my guest, man. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't. I'm telling you too much. These people is listening. I'm sorry. The higher ups and the elites is listening. I shouldn't have told you that it's pus inside your cow milk. It's pus and blood inside your goat milk. I shouldn't have told you that. I ain't gonna say nothing else. That's why your goddamn stomach. Why you think 90% of Americans is lactose intolerant? Your ass ain't supposed to be drinking cow milk and goat milk. All right, I ain't gonna say nothing else. The Somalians learned these activities by spending all that time with white people. White collar, blue collar crime. White people. And all of the white people that benefited off that $8 billion, we ain't gonna hear nothing about them. You know how many white people got rich, made a couple of $100 million off this situation out there in Minnesota? We not gonna hear nothing about them. All they gonna do is they gonna villainize the Somalians. They gonna deport the Somalians, and all them white people that been taking that money, they gonna go off into the sunset. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. All right. Big salute to everybody in the chat, man. Like I said, I want to give y'all some game. Grown Man Business Volume 1, GMB V1 is on the way. It is being produced. It is being mixed. It is being made as we speak. We are going into 2026. It's well over 600 people in the chat. Well over 300 likes. Hit the like button, man. Well, yeah, I like the numbers. I like the like. I like how it's looking. But run the likes up while I'm talking. We will have product for sale. We will have music for sale. Top of 2026. We have built this channel up. We have our own ecosystem. We are at a point right now with well over 50,000 subscribers, my G, that we have built an ecosystem of day one and new subscribers. Solid. I got a solid, it ain't no fan base. I got a solid ecosystem of real grown men and real grown women, real ones that rock with this channel and rock with this message because it's the realest you gonna get on YouTube. It is the realest you gonna get on YouTube. So we got merch. We got music that's coming. R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. Is definitely fuck the middleman. We not going on streaming services. We not doing it no other way. It's going direct to consumer from me to you. You understand what I'm saying? The first 20 people that get the CD when I deliver the release date and we start and I make it available. And I make it available. The first 25 people that get Grown Man Business V1, it's gonna come with the cover art. It's gonna come with the playlist of all this new music that I'm creating. You will be receiving a Grown Man Business TV snapback. You will be receiving a piece of merch with that purchase. And what we about to do, right? Because unlike these other YouTubers, and big salute to the ones that do this, but I've shown y'all my occupation. I told y'all, you understand, get some credentials, get your CDL license, get your plumber's certificate, get your engineering, get your electrician certificate. I told you to go out there, get your credentials and get your money. Not only did I tell y'all that, but I show y'all when I'm crossing state lines at all times and I'm driving these 18-wheelers and I'm providing for my family. I show y'all how we do this. I show y'all what Grown Man Business looks like. Now that we have built up this platform, I'm not telling you to support the war. That's Hassan Campbell's situation. I'm going to show you how to take this content, this independent content creation, and become self-sufficient. We're going to go from using your credentials, going to work, to becoming self-sufficient. And I don't do it by super chat. I don't never ask for super chats or ask for this. I'm going to give you a product of luxury rap. Salute to the homie Zip. I like what he do. This ain't Griselda. This ain't BFS. This ain't Coke rap. I'm going to give y'all luxury storytelling, luxury rap. Oh, yeah, salute. Trust me, I'm excited about it. Everybody that I've played it for, everybody that I've run it through, they love it. They can't believe it. Not only are we going to be doing that, but once we become self-sufficient, once we show and we create this thing of ours, I'm doing pop-ups. First city will be Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia will be the first city, but Florida, Orlando, Tampa, Virginia, New York, Philly, Texas, Chi-Town. I mean, we're gonna start popping up and we're gonna really take this thing to another level. So first and foremost, it will be Grown Man Business merch that will be attached to Grown Man Business V1. Grown Man Business Volume 1 is on the way. Big salute to everybody that's sending me beats. I got a lot of beats all in the DM right now. I mean, all in the email. I haven't went through them all, but I got some fire production. So big salute. I'm gonna start, once I really get the beats evened out, I'm gonna start, shooting names out there, shooting the producers that's sending the beats. Big salute to y'all. Keep sending them tracks to the email. The email is in the description if you want to have one of your beats, you know what I mean, luxury rap over one of your beats. You can definitely do that. And we're going to build this brand. This is grown man business. A lot of y'all been here since day one. A lot of y'all remember how I started this channel. A lot of y'all been here since 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 1,500. We are well over 50,000 subscribers. Oh, I'm going to show you how to do this, son. I'm going to show you how to take this shit and do what it's supposed to do. Yeah, for sure. DC. Hey, yeah, 100%. Yeah, salute to DC. DC, that Zaza been legal for a long time. I used to stop in DC on my way to Virginia. I would take the Richmond way just to stop in DC and get an ounce or two and then make my way. So DC is definitely gonna be a stop. First and foremost, what we gonna do is we gonna push this music. And I need you to know something, right? I'm really excited about this form of content, the music part, because it's the same thing I'm doing with these live streams. How we talk, how we engage with this live stream, and it's pure dope, straight off the brick into the bottles. When you listen to this music, it's gonna be game all throughout these tracks. It's that old school hip hop where you can listen and you can apply that shit to your everyday life. When we was growing up, the rappers, it was certain rappers that gave us words to live by. They gave us words to live by. You understand? And that's the era I come from. We gonna have fun, but it's gonna be some real amazing music, luxury rap available. Top in 2026. January, V1 will be available. June, V2 will be available, and we gonna distribute that for the rest of the year. V1, V2 will be available in 2026, and we're gonna run that shit up. And at the end of the year, I'm gonna put whatever is made off this merch and this music, I'm gonna show the people, and then we gonna make bigger moves. We gonna start doing pop-ups. All the investors that have invested in this channel, time and energy, the highest form of currency, we gonna rub shoulders in real life. We gonna get together, we gonna rub shoulders in real fucking life. Listen, we gonna make it a movie. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, that luxury 90s shit, that luxury rap. You know what I mean? Big salute to the chat, man. We gonna run these numbers up. Use your 9 to 5 to fuel your dreams. You know what I'm saying? I always tell me, I always been preaching that. Get credentials. Go get your CDLs, man. Go get your plumber certificate. Go start a business. Get an LLC. Whatever it is you want to do, you need to go do it. And you use that. You use that to become self-sufficient. Self-sufficient. Take those credentials, put the work in behind it, and then become self-sufficient. Well, this YouTube, man, we almost 1,000 videos in. That's 1,000 pieces of content on this channel that has pushed us to well over 50,000 subscribers. The YouTube check is cool, but we now are going to become self-sufficient with product. We're going to become self-sufficient with content, and we're going to become self-sufficient with product. And this music is another form of content. Big salute to the 757. Big salute to everybody that's reaching out. Once I announced what we about to do with this music, what we about to do. Salute to everybody. Don't send nothing to the. That's why I ain't even posted the Cash App. The Cash App, people been going to the description. Don't send nothing to the Cash App yet. When this shit is available, that's when we go. That's when the Cash App need to be. That's when we gonna do that. Everybody, listen, relax. It's coming. We ain't got nothing but what, another 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks in December. Top of January, first week of January, Grown Man Business V1 will be available. All right. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to everybody that's in here. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You could tap in, you could tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in, man. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight off the brick into the bottle. Straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing and we not dressing nothing up. Listen, man, I'm only here to give you this game straight raw, my G. Pure dope, straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing and we not dressing nothing up. Homie, it's straight raw. Yeah, no fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. We ain't water whipping that coke and we ain't counter whipping that dope. I'ma give it to you straight off the brick into the bottles. The Somalians, man, nasty work. Nasty work, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that I knew y'all from somewhere. I knew that I recognized y'all from somewhere. I just couldn't pinpoint it. Now I remember. Y'all was on them commercials back in the day. We used to see y'all at 4 in the morning. The Somalians. With goddamn fruit flies all across your pupils and all that. Big ass fruit flies everywhere. And now all of a sudden you over here, you talking gangster, you cocky now. Huh? You done fled your country, came over here to America, and you done forgot about the fruit flies that was over there. Big ass heads. You had them little babies had grown man business heads back in the day. Respectfully, your head was big as, respectfully. You come over here, you're stealing money, right? And you want to disrespect black people. Well, I'm glad that I was able to explain the whole social construct when it come to the term black. Don't ever let the word black confuse you on exactly who we are and what we are. The longer you hang around them white people, the more delusional and the more you forget exactly what has happened. They don't only call us black, they called us African American, and we goddamn sure ain't African. Just because we got melanin on us don't mean we African. All right? Got your ass out here drinking cow milk, drinking goat milk. Your ass been drinking cow milk. That's how delusional everybody has been sitting up under that dog fur for all of these years. I'm guilty. I used to drink cow milk when I was a kid. I used to go to school and ask for chocolate cow milk. Yeah, I did. Last but not least, right? God told the chosen people to take the land. So regardless of what y'all do over here, regardless on how long y'all been over here, regardless if you think you are an American or not, whatever it is cool for right now. But when the spell wears off, when the people wake up, when we actually can wake up, your ass might want to be in Somalia, Africa, Jamaica, Haiti, Europe, the Caucasus Mountains. You don't want to be here. When the chosen people do and hear God's voice saying, take the land. All right? Big salute to the chat. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Last but not least, you know, I told y'all about 3 or 4 live streams ago. We doing our numbers in the algorithm. I do pre-recorded videos just because I try to switch it up. But live, that's my thing. Going live, that's my thing. Direct to consumer is my thing. That's why I know what we gonna do with this music. All right, and I told y'all a few live streams ago, I'm going to speak on that. I'm going to speak on that from here on out. Even when it drop, I'm going to talk about it. This is the next level to this channel. Yeah, we gonna get 100,000 subscribers. We'll have that in 2026, guaranteed. Guaranteed we're going to see 100K organically. It ain't going to be 100,000 subscribers and you don't see a YouTube plaque in the background right here somewhere. This shit is real. This is the organic. This is the real way. But not only are we going to do that, we're going to go from our credentials to becoming self-sufficient. That is a download that has been on my mind for about 3 or 4 months. That is a download that every day it re-downloads. I can't help it. I can't unsee it. I wanted to wait till I was 100,000 subscribers strong. The universe spoke to me and told me, hey, homie, look at these numbers. Look at these analytics. What you waiting for? When I heard that download, and I had to figure out now, like, it ain't just about no money. It ain't no, I got my credentials. I go get in the truck. I go drive. I do whatever. I got that all lined up. So it ain't about the money. It's really about how did I want to go about it organically? Word to Nipsey Hussle. Anybody that been down with this channel, anybody that been rolling with Grown Man Business TV for a certain amount of time, you understand when I talk about Nipsey Hussle, it's conviction. Nipsey Hussle said, fuck the middleman. How do I want to go about this organically? The first thing we gonna do is we gonna say, fuck the middleman, fuck the streaming platforms. We gonna sell this shit direct to consumer. So I'm gonna give y'all some beautiful, amazing luxury rap. And I'm gonna give y'all Grown Man Business TV merch. And me and my ecosystem, me and my subscribers, me and my investors, everybody that has invested time and energy into this channel, we are going to show exactly what it looked like when you use your credentials and you use your 9 to 5 to fuel your dreams. And it ain't, I salute the highs, but this ain't that. You know what I mean? Once we become self-sufficient and we can move how we want to move, or we coming outside, my G, we doing live streams together. I'm in DC. Okay, whoever's in DC, this is where we gonna meet at. This is the spot we gonna be at. Drinks on me, food on me, and we gonna have, you know, I see conferences. I see real moves being made, not just us meeting up and rubbing shoulders and having a good time, but us meeting up and having grown man business seminars, grown man business conferences where I'm in your city and 40 or 50 of us can get into a thinking pot. We can get into we can get in a conference room. We can bounce ideas off each other. We can make, all off the platform that we have all built. All off the ecosystem that this ain't just me, my G. It's me and it's you. We have built an ecosystem. And now it's time to monetize it. Yeah. Now it's time to monetize it. So that's what we gonna do. Grown Man Business V1 will be available top of 2026. Make sure the first 20 people that get this luxury rap, I don't even like the, I'm gonna call it a mix CD. I might call it an EP. I don't like the mix CD vibe to it. This shit gonna be like an album. Skits. This shit is gonna be a movie. Storytelling. This ain't really no mixtape, but whatever, right? The first 20 people that lock into it will receive Grown Man Business merch with it. I got hats, I got shirts. So you won't just be getting, the music. You'll be getting the music and you'll be getting a piece of merch. Oh, we about to turn up. We about to become self-sufficient, all right? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV, all right? You already know, man. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. Listen. You know what I suggest. Big salute to the chat, man. I don't even want to leave y'all, know what I mean? But I do got some things to do. I got some things. I supposed to been off this live stream, but the downloads have to download. I supposed to been sleep. I supposed to been getting some shutter. I got business. I got work to do. Yeah. I'm going from Georgia to Salt Lake City. It's a big run right there. You understand? You're going to put that work in. We're going to do what grown men do. And then we're going to start making grown men decisions. And you know what? Oh, it ain't everybody out. It ain't a lot. Everybody ain't got a strong platform like this. Everybody ain't built this shit organically the way we built this shit right here organically. All right? So we're going to do more than talk. We're going to do more than deliver pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. But what you got to know, I mean, I'm going, listen, once we really get the motion, listen, we already got the motion. Once we get the ball rolling, oh, I'm going to have shirts with straight off the brick into the bottle. I'm going to have hats straight off the brick into the bottle. I mean, I'm going to really diversify the merch. I'm going to diversify the music. This shit is going to be, it's going to be love. It's going to be beautiful. And we going to work it all year long. All right? So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. I want y'all to keep that in the front of your mental Rolodex. We about to go to the next level. I want everybody to be ready to go to the next level. All right? Salute, salute. Cash Blick TV, okay? Hit the DM, man, or hit the email. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that sends. Yo, I got crazy designs like people send me all kind of shit to my Gmail, man. Salute to y'all. So, yo, the Gmail is in the description. You already know what to do. We gonna line a few things up. Just reach out to me. We gonna make some things happen. All right, we gonna do it organically. So just stay tuned. Make sure your notification bells are ringing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we gonna lock in. All right. So you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all get up tomorrow. Do what you gotta do. Keep your head on the swivel. Keep that in the front of your mental Rolodex. All right. So you can tap in, you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in, gang.